Following an attack on a UN convoy, more than 25 persons were arrested in Lebanon. Following an attack on a convoy transporting United Nations soldiers on Friday, more than 25 persons have been arrested in Lebanon. A Nepalese soldier and the force's departing deputy commander were both hurt when the car they were riding in caught fire. Following an attack on a United Nations convoy the previous day that injured 2 troops, including the departing deputy commander of the mission, Lebanese officials announced on Saturday that more than 25 persons had been arrested. The incident on Friday was denounced by the UN and Lebanese officials as Hezbollah supporters blocked the road to the nation's lone international airport for a second night due to a ruling that prohibited 2 Iranian jets from landing there. After an emergency security conference on Saturday, Interior Minister Ahmed al-Hayyar informed reporters, Lebanese Army intelligence has arrested more than 25 people, and another person has been detained by the security services. This does not mean these detainees carried out the attack, but the investigations will show who is responsible, he stated. Hayyar also stated that infractions will be handled with all seriousness and that the army and security services would strengthen efforts to maintain security and stability. After one of its trucks caught fire during the event, which injured departing Deputy Force Commander Chak Bahadur Dhakkal, a Nepalese national who was returning home after his assignment ended, the UN Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, has called for an investigation. A second Nepalese peacekeeper was also injured and sent to the hospital, UNIFIL deputy spokesperson Candice Ardiel said AFP. According to a presidential statement on X, President Joseph Aoun declared that security forces will not be lenient with any party that tries to upset stability and civil peace and that the attackers will receive their punishment. In a meeting with UNIFIL Commander General Eroldo Lazaro and UN Special Coordinator for Lebanon Janine Hennis-Plasschaert, Prime Minister Nawaf Salam vehemently denounced the criminal attack and pledged to apprehend those responsible. Civil peace. According to a statement from his office, Salam emphasized the significance of preserving security throughout the nation at a meeting with Hayyar on Saturday. Later in the day, other relevant ministers were scheduled to meet with the premier. Aoun emphasized that the incident cannot be allowed to be repeated and that the judiciary has begun investigations on the ground, according to the president's statement. The army reported on Friday that there had been demonstrations marked by acts of vandalism and clashes, including assaults on members of the armed forces and attacks against vehicles in a number of locations surrounding the airport. Social media users shared videos of protesters, some wearing hoods and brandishing Hezbollah flags, beating a guy in military uniform and another in civilian clothes close to the burning UNIFIL vehicle. The identity of the perpetrator of the attack is still unknown. Hezbollah did not immediately provide an official statement, but late Friday, their television program Al-Mana blamed masked men who were not named. It stated that the demonstrators' objective was to secure the return of citizens stuck in Iran and that they had expressed their rejection of the attack on the UNIFIL convoy. According to the Amal movement, the group's ally and the leader of the Strong Parliament, Navi Berri, blocking roads anywhere is an assault on civil peace and the attack on UNIFIL is an attack on South Lebanon. Totally unacceptable. Antonio Guterres, the head of the UN, and several other nations have denounced the incident. Such assaults are completely intolerable. His spokesperson, Stefan Dujarric, issued a statement saying, "The safety and security of UN personnel and property must be respected at all times. Attacks against peacekeepers are in breach of international law, and may constitute war crimes," the statement stated. It further stated that UNIFIL must be allowed unrestricted freedom of movement throughout Lebanon. Lebanese and Hezbollah officials have refuted Israel's frequent accusations that Hezbollah uses Beirut airport to transport weapons from Iran. Totally unacceptable. The UN chief Antonio Guterres and a number of other countries have condemned the incident. Such attacks are absolutely unacceptable. In a statement, his spokesperson Stefan Dujarric said, "The safety and security of UN personnel and property must be respected at all times. Attacks against peacekeepers are in breach of international law, and may constitute war crimes," said the statement. Additionally, UNIFIL must be allowed unrestricted freedom of movement throughout Lebanon, the statement said. Hezbollah and Lebanese officials have denied Israel's repeated claims that Hezbollah transports weapons from Iran via Beirut airport. France 24.